David, you know the drill. Hit that intro.
When you're not too busy, trying to waste some time. Watched every show, don't know where to go, you wish time would go by. I mean, I have a suggestion. Do whatever you want with it. It's not your first, but it's not your last. Your second favorite podcast. Your second favorite podcast. The show that is just for you. Your second favorite podcast. We're not doing it for the few. Your second favorite podcast. Conversation all over the place. Just sit back and relax. Your second favorite podcast. Your second favorite podcast.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Nico here, and welcome to your second favorite podcast. I'm with my lovely girlfriend, Miss Jaeda, and we have a guest that is a little special, Miss Alia.
I took that both ways.
Me too.
Hey, take it how you want to take it.
Okay.
So, what we do on this podcast, if you're not aware.
You're a fan, so you watched.
You watched the podcast. You're the first. No, you're the second. You're the third guest that we have had on this podcast.
Fourth with Zaki's film.
Doc Keys, yeah, my bad, Doc Keys.
I watched the podcast.
But you're the fifth. You're the fourth or the fifth.
Yes, fourth. Elijah, Drev,
Jalen, Doc Keys, and you. You're the fourth guest on this podcast.
Yay!
We plan on having a little bit more, but we'll see in due time. If you're listening to this audio version, you can go to youtube.com/justcallmenico, no T, if you want to, and watch the video version. Sometimes it's a little bit more to see as we're recording. Mm-hmm. But let's get to know our guest today. Where are you from?
A few different places.
Just
Why
one.
are you laughing?
Just give me one.
Because you're just looking like, am I prepared for these questions?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not. I'm trying to be very appropriate, so
That's cool.
I have to be in a good.
That's hilarious.
mind state.
That's a problem.
I have. Yeah.
What is cooking? What's that?
That was
smell?
whispering
I don't know.
that I could smell food.
I don't know. We're cooking something. It might be burgers.
I'm in the mood for some burgers.
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. You're from Pennsylvania, just like your sister over here.
So I was born in Pennsylvania, and I lived there until I was like 10 and a half.
Right.
And then I lived in South Florida for all the way until I graduated high school and like a couple years after.
How long did you live in Florida?
It's like equal, like 10 and a half years and 10 and a half years.
Try to keep the mic to your face.
I can't.
Yeah, this is officially probably not a video version. We'll see.
Okay.
You couldn't even see her do that. She's fine.
Okay.
How could you not see it?
You couldn't even see what your mouth was doing.
You want to see what this mouth do?
No.
That's weird to get nasty awkward. Like, that's just a weird awkward.
It's just me. I don't think you've spent enough time.
You're
with
supposed to
me.
be a representation of Elijah.
Don't say that.
Supposed to, hey, bro, this is your representation. This is your representative.
That gets into our topic, one of our topics for today. Do you feel like your significant other is a representation of your relationship or of each other, if that makes sense?
I like
No,
how
that
your
doesn't
mic
make sense.
matches your shirt.
Huh?
I like how you matched the mic today.
Yeah, it's my shirt.
Did
and
you
my
even hear
headband.
what she said?
Yeah, she's so beautiful. I don't.
I was like, he completely ignored what you
No, I didn't
just
ignore
said.
it. I just had to mention that first. Well, how are we going to do that? You have something in mind?
How are we going to do what?
Oh, is this a question?
Yes, it was a question.
Okay, so I could
I
just
said one
answer
of our
that straight
topics.
up.
Yes, you can.
Oh, okay. I feel like you do. Yeah. I feel like I do. Do I?
You represent her or y'all's relationship?
I said both. Either or.
Okay.
I represent, I feel like I represent her well. I feel like if people be like, you know, he has a good head on his shoulders, his girl does too, or and vice versa.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Do I feel? Yes, I do feel like you represent whoever you're with. I don't know.
Do you feel like you represent
Elijah?
very well.
Do I represent him well?
Morals and
Yeah, like someone says,
way you
"Oh, that's your
thinking.
girl? She's a disappointment."
Like, you know,
Oh, nobody would say that.
well, I'm thinking like if somebody
just
meets
a
you
scenario.
or hang around you,
Yeah.
and they be like, "Oh, I can see why Elijah's with her," like,
Or
because y'all about the same,
Yeah.
you know,
We're
or
not.
well,
We're exactly opposite.
yeah, I get that.
it would make sense why y'all together.
Exactly.
To me, it makes sense why y'all together.
It makes sense
Okay.
in some cases,
So we'd say yeah to that question.
right?
I wish I was more prepared because you suck.
I suck.
Yeah.
I think
That's
it's
not kind at all.
well. Let's define kind. If it's something that I could deal with, I think it's pretty kind.
I don't
This is
think
our
that was a
relationship.
nice way
Don't
to talk.
jump in this thing.
You do that thing again.
Yeah, don't jump in. You'll hear it on the post. It's a little closer. It's like
What is that?
it's the audio is like really in your ear. You know, if you listen to this in the car, it's like smooth jazz. 104.1. Kiss 104.1.
Okay.
Okay, just getting you to know. So today we're gonna do a what we call it, newlywed game.
Yeah, but I feel like we can't call it newlywed.
Well, we can't call it newlywed game,
Call it questions.
but it's a game like
It's
newlyweds.
like how well do you know your partner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
That's it. So how you plan on doing this? You're technically the host for today.
Oh,
What's up, y'all? It's your boy. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? It's your girl Alia here. And
sounds so creepy.
You want some candy?
you want some candy? I couldn't figure out your pitch, so I just
My pitch?
Yeah. My pitch.
According to Elijah, it's white woman.
Yeah, that's your
I think
tone.
according to all of you,
That's your
it's
tone.
white woman.
It's kind of hard
I
to
get
get
called
that tone
too,
though.
though. So
Yeah, she has
until I
a
get my dude voice on,
yeah.
What's your dude voice?
I'll be like, yeah. Or, I don't know. It's just
She be like,
deeper.
yo,
You're like,
uh,
yo, what's up?
she be like, yo,
it's mostly in the morning.
when we gonna do this thing? It's like, dude, what? Who are you?
Dude voice, real quick.
I used to do that real early on in our
Dude
relationship.
voice?
Yeah, it's like you're talking to a guy. Essentially,
Is it just like what she's saying or like her actual
it's just
voice?
she put a little bass in her voice. There's like a little thing about Philly girls that they have deep voices,
It's
And she-
100% true.
and she she kind of does that
It comes
know.
in and out.
basically.
You made me a plate? Yeah, it's okay. Last time you lied, so is that the truth?
I never lie. Anyway, do you get a employee discount up there?
I do. 20%.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yep.
Okay. That was my father. Everyone, clap it up.
Asking me to how he can get my discount.
People always
If
asking
we were
about.
family, where's my left hand? If we were family, he could get a discount.
You do that?
What?
That with your hand?
Yeah.
I always like, okay.
Yeah. Really.
That's funny. I just think
I need
it's
the
funny that
equipment for my hand.
when I make certain comments, I do that.
I get it. That's why we are so similar.
Somewhat starting to see our differences more and more every day.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's good.
I
don't
called you
need
my
it.
best friend, Nasanya, though.
But she doesn't consider that.
What?
You don't consider her a best friend?
I have a lot of best friends.
But do you consider her as a you do
Yes.
this? You're pretty good at like finessing away from questions.
Yeah, you are.
what do you mean away from questions?
If I ask
You
you,
don't answer them directly.
not the first time, especially, you're like, it makes people feel like you're not confident in your answer. Not you. It's not. I'm not going to feel confident about your answer now because of how.
Oh, I keep you guessing.
It's not
That's
a good.
Not in a good
That's
way.
what I be thinking.
It's not a good one.
Not in a good way.
It's not a good one. But all right, that's nice. So when you have your questions, right?
I do.
Is this
Wherever
supposed to be
I
on
put
the
my
podcast?
Oh, you want this to be a separate
I
video?
didn't know what. I don't want it to be anything. I didn't know what it was
We
supposed to
could have made this a separate video.
I thought it would make sense so we can have like a time and you can cut everything because you don't cut in this.
Oh yeah. You're right, babe. Well, we ain't got that much time
On what?
to do this.
It's 7 o'clock. She'd be all right.
She got your agent said you'd be out here about 7.
That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Your people, we can't hold you that long.
Yeah,
We're
they
gonna
said
have to pay
you
more.
on a time limit. It's fine.
Oh shoot, we were talking about. Oh yeah, when I think it was like a week after me and her met,
Mhm.
I asked her. I was like, "So, are we best friends or can we be? She said, yeah, we can be best friends.
I just
We
have
can
a lot
date.
of best friends.
She said that too. She said, well, yeah, we can
Why
have
did
a
you make
date.
your mouth like that?
Because you do that.
Just have a lot of best friends. Talk with your mouth. Extremely.
Aren't you supposed to talk with your mouth?
That's why I said extremely. Like
don't-
you, in some cases, like me, you don't really. You may not
Well,
notice
if
my
I
mouth is
didn't
moving.
talk with my mouth, then I would be mumbling.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's my
That's
problem.
what most people do.
Exactly. But when you're like this and you're like you have a big face,
Elijah.
so you can see. So you can notice it. So it's not like
Okay.
if she would have did it. I don't think she has a small
Elijah.
face. Elijah.
That's how she says Elijah.
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 Elisha.
Elijah.
That's probably why he hates you saying his name because you put so much emphasis on his
He'll
name.
be like, why y'all talking about me?
Well, it makes sense. It's kind of the direct connection to all of
That
us.
is really the only reason why I'm here.
Yeah, it's the only. So
I mean,
just
not the only.
so just know once you're gone.
That's the only reason why I know you.
That's the only reason why you're here. I'm just messing. We'll see.
Connections.
I always ask that question though. If y'all would have broken up, would you stick around?
Well, because I feel like if we broke.
If we breaking up,
Put both of those together. If we broke up,
right?
I feel like we would still be friends like we were before we got in a relationship. So,
Oh, you talking you and Elijah?
yes.
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
then I feel like I would still be around because
Really?
we would still be friends.
I would think
we
like,
were
what if it was
before.
like a bad breakup?
I don't see that.
You don't see it being a bad breakup?
Yeah.
Can we play the what if game? What
We
if?
can.
Okay, what if it was a bad breakup? Would you still be around?
I don't think it would be a bad.
Here we go finessing around the question.
What would cause it to be a bad breakup? I don't really have bad breakups. Except for like my ex who tried to kill me, which is
okay.
like, okay.
Dang. Sorry, y'all.
Slide in there.
If he stopped talking to you.
Just like
he
randomly.
avoid-
Yeah.
you for
I mean,
some
that's
reason.
annoying. That's probably the most annoying way to break up with someone. Just because they just stop for no reason. So yeah. If he just stopped
No
talking to you.
If
explanation.
he
nothing.
just stopped talking to me,
Right.
then probably I wouldn't come around.
Or let's make it like this. He stopped talking for like 2 or 3 months when you had no real reason. Then he came back and he was like trying to, you be like that.
probably
And then y'all be
said
like, I don't know
excuse.
what you thought this was, but this is not a relationship anymore, correct?
Right.
Okay. So what
But
if it
then
was,
from that point, we could go back to being friends.
Lord, you're forgiving quickly. You're good. I could do it. She stopped talking to me for 3 months. We're done.
We could be done with our relationship
No,
and
we're not
still
friends.
go back to being friends. Like if he just had something he was going through.
Nothing.
And then he just
It was
needed
nothing.
It was nothing.
It was nothing.
He just,
He just stopped. He thought he needed time to himself.
yeah, that's fine.
But it was like nothing
It wasn't
real.
that serious.
It wasn't that
that's
serious.
okay.
Leah, you need to be on something because that's
I need to be on something. Like drugs.
no, not on this. I mean,
thought
like
he meant a
on
show.
some type of talk show
Yeah, I
or
thought
something.
he meant a
Because
show.
the way to manage that, you can be like, all right, cool, and then just be like, we're back at it again after that.
We can just go back to being friends like we were before.
That's really hard to do. I can't.
Our relationship before we were in a relationship
Was in a relationship without the title.
no, it wasn't.
I know.
It was like whatever. You
Okay.
do whatever. We're friends. Like
Right. I
So-
just
But when you
couldn't.
started to develop feelings for him, that was when you was like, okay, are we together and all, right?
no, when I started to develop feelings for him stronger than just friends, I actually stopped talking to him.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I did.
For like 3
I
months.
did that
Yeah.
too.
But that makes
For
sense.
like 3 months, and I was like, I don't think I want to take it there.
Yeah.
So I just need to cut it off completely.
Right. But you can just go back to that. That's crazy. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. You left me in the dark for a while. And
But I would just understand that for whatever reason, even if I wouldn't choose to do it, he felt like that was necessary.
Mhm.
So who am I to be like, no,
You would be Alia, just left in the dark.
that's okay.
Sorry.
That's crazy. I mean, that's good though. I mean, you have a high tolerance level of BS.
You know what? I'm pretty annoying myself, and I do.
Put the mic closer to your face.
It seems like the
Okay.
opposite. Yeah, I was about to say.
I had to do it slowly.
Wow. Could you do that, babe?
Do I?
If I stopped talking to you for 3 months?
No.
You would just be like, forget him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Thank
would
you.
feel like it wasn't. First of all, I'm too emotional towards him now. It has already developed, and I have a coping mechanism which is very unhealthy. I don't care, but that's how I like it. So if he just stopped talking to me, I would have been a little bit more obsessive. And then when he came back, I'd have been like, no.
Didn't
F
you say you would do like stalkering things?
Yeah. That's my coping mechanism.
But that makes sense, though.
If we break up, I'm gonna just do.
So if you
drive-bys
just
by
stop
your
talking
house.
to you, she'll just start stalking.
Yeah.
If you just stop talking to her, she'll just start stalking you.
Yep.
I mean, that wouldn't work either, but
I'm not gonna come to end.
Yeah, I
It
get
doesn't
you.
matter if it doesn't
I'm moving.
work. It's gonna work for me.
I'm moving. I'm
It's gonna
leaving.
be fine.
I'm going to Orlando.
Find out where your brother works. Just stop by, say my car's broke, all types of stuff.
No.
Instagram him and say that you left a jacket at my house.
No.
It'd be so easy.
I'll tell my brother easily. Hey, anytime you see Jaeda, don't answer.
Oh yeah, see that's hurtful, and I would probably just throw eggs at his car.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, no.
Throw eggs? What would that do for you?
He'll have to clean that up.
But what would that do for
Yeah.
you?
Satisfaction that he has to clean up something that I made, and he'll remember me for a second.
But it would be like remembering you in like this.
Go ahead. Good
B
job.
word.
I appreciate it.
Just did this for, like it wouldn't be like remembering you in a positive light.
But he
I
already
don't
took
do-
that positive light out of his head when he felt like he wanted to break up with me. So it's like,
I don't
That's
just.
not necessarily true. Like you don't start thinking negative about someone just because you break up.
If I stop talking to her, I deserve that.
You deserve to have eggs thrown at
I
your
deserve
car.
whatever it is. If I just stop talking to her, that's
so
why.
That's hurtful.
Why
as
not?
hell.
Like,
Because like I don't know. I guess I would just understand that for some reason you felt like that was necessary.
no,
Not
because
without
just
talking
because.
to me, like you thought our relationship wasn't strong enough to talk to me. We're like, no.
Yeah, just because I thought it was okay doesn't mean it was okay. Like you should if we're in a relationship, it's about both of us.
Right.
Now, if there's a case where I need some time, I should address that with her.
You should, but you didn't.
But that's the problem. Our relationship, just because you cope with things a certain kind of way doesn't mean that that's the right way to do it.
Right.
So you should at least talk about it, and you will hope that she understands. But
But
yet,
I thought we were playing the what if game, so the what if game was you just stop talking to her.
yeah, just stop.
Yeah,
well,
we still are.
well, the what if game was really if it was a bad breakup, but I had to give you an example because apparently it was either way. It was
That wouldn't be.
we'll
a
just
bad
be friends.
breakup, though. But we'll still just be friends.
That's interesting. But I couldn't. If she just stopped talking to me, we couldn't be friends. Because every time I
Yeah.
hear her voice, I'm just like, wow, you just never
Yeah.
said anything to me. You just left me in the dark. I'm wondering.
That
I'm
was
like,
just-
I don't know if you're
that question would keep
alive.
popping
And you're
up,
not
yeah.
okay with that.
Yeah, because I'm wondering if she's alive. Like, is she, is she missing?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. I'm getting nothing from her.
Especially if I left and it started having another, partner? He's
Right.
pissed.
And you so-called love me. Like,
Yeah.
usually if you love me, you willing to do whatever it takes to let me know what's going on. I mean, I still wouldn't like the idea of you leaving, but if it's a very understanding reason, then I can understand it. I can understand that perspective. But when you're just kind of like, bye, and never
Not
say,
even say bye.
not even say bye. Just the next day, stop talking to me because you're going through something.
And then you hear from her like 3 months later.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you could
Nope.
talk then.
The only thing I probably want to talk about is why did you stop talking to me? And
You
if
would need closure.
Yeah,
But you would want it to be that closure.
she have better been hospitalized. She have better been something for me to be
But
like,
even then, it would take him baby steps to forgive.
exactly, because that's just annoying. I don't know. Oh, see how we can take it somewhere, and we didn't even have to plan it. Boop.
What's next? I be
Um,
having back to back. Come on now.
why did the chicken cross the road? They say to get to the other side, but for some reason that chicken really wanted to get across the road. Most
It
times,
was probably escaping death.
it could be a reason.
Did y'all notice how when Sonya was asking me a question, she would start talking before I even got to answer?
All y'all was talking at the same time. That's the vibe that I was getting.
I'm just seeing things.
No. I just was getting it. Everybody wasn't letting anyone talk.
I didn't think. I felt like
Because Leah was talking, and she was talking, and it was just like a low
you have no
overlap.
problem.
I talk like that.
Yeah, you have no problem cutting people. Not cutting people off, but
I cut
cutting
people
people
off.
off. You have no problem with that. I don't like doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's weird that she was asking me a question and then would be like, "Yeah, because no." I'm like, "Do you want to hear my answer, or you just want to hear yourself talk?"
I feel that about a lot of people.
Oh.
And I
But
just
also,
stopped
she
talking.
lives by herself and like doesn't have people around. So maybe she does want to hear herself talk.
Yeah.
You know what the hilarious thing is if she just like starts listening to this podcast?
If she get offended, that's on her. I'm not saying that in an offensive way. I'm just saying that's what I observed from her speaking.
Yeah, I always tend to stop talking to people. Not talking to people. I just kind of choose my points. I wait till it gets completely quiet. No, I know it's happening.
No.
I'm just not. Either I mention it because I don't like moments where I'm like getting bothered by something. Or
I mean, where you just need
kind of like this right now, where I'm not even finishing the sentence. I mention it first, and then if you keep doing it at this point, it's like I get tired of people that finish my sentences. They be like, "Well, you know, yeah, like you're jumping in." I'm like, wait, first of all, are you trying to rush me through
That's
the sentence?
funny. You don't like what you do to people, and I don't like that either.
Yeah, I don't
like stuff that I do to people, and you don't like what you do to people.
My goal in life is not to do things that I don't like.
Yes.
And that's why, like, a lot of times, like, I don't like being in other people's houses. I don't like being in people's jobs because I don't want nobody to be in mine. Like, that's why I think about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So my goal is not to do that. So when I do that, let me know, and then I'll try to fix it. Some people are just not aware of everything.
Touche.
Bobby Boucher. Okay.
That's a movie
so
reference.
time
It is.
What movie? I don't know.
You have a favorite movie?
Do I have Pretty Woman?
Really?
That is my
Wasn't
absolute
she a
favorite
prostitute?
movie. Yes, she was a
I
prostitute.
never saw it.
And then her John fell in love with her.
Yeah, I knew that's
Her John?
her customer. Like they call them Johns.
Who calls them Johns?
Prostitutes.
Maybe that's why I don't know nothing about that. I was like,
But I don't feel like that's appropriate conversation for this
yeah,
show.
I get why they call them Johns, but that's just interesting.
John Doe, John O, Johnny Bowie, Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, there's a lot to that, I guess.
Yeah, I watch a lot of street stuff.
But Julia Roberts is my favorite actress.
Really?
So, pretty much any movie with her, I love.
Really, I'm not really good at celebrity names.
You don't know who Julia Roberts is?
Nah, her name's not, her face not popping up, but I probably do know her. Just don't know by
The
her name.
lady from Miss Congeniality.
That's not her.
Was that her?
See,
Is that the lady from Freedom Writers then? They both look alike.
No, that's not her.
Where's she from?
Julia Roberts is.
What is she in? Pretty Woman, Erin Brockovich, Mystic Pizza, anything recent? What's recent? Eat, Pray, Love.
Give him a movie with a black person in it, and her. Then he'll get it.
I would have known that.
I don't really watch a lot of movies, so
Well,
she
that's
might
it.
be in a movie that I'd never seen.
I really want some ice cream right now.
She might be in a movie that you've never seen. What ice cream you want, babe?
Close to home.
I'm not
Maybe
going.
Alia will get us free ice cream again.
Yeah. Yeah. Might be. Be the exact reason.
Free ice cream. She's just looking like, all right, what's next? This is boring as hell.
It's not boring. I
Don't know what to do with yourself.
yeah.
You like Ricky Bobby. I don't know what to do with my hand.
That's another movie reference.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't do a lot of movie references though. Your friend does though. He watches a lot more movies than I've ever did.
It's funny because I said a movie reference or a reference to something like a TV show maybe, but I didn't even know what show it came from. I was just like, I think I used that appropriately. That was really weird because I don't know where that came from.
With Bobby Boucher?
It was
that one?
it was you know what?
I don't even know.
Oh,
what
I
that
thought it was the one we
references
were
to.
talking about. You don't have to recall it.
I don't even know what that was reference to.
It was the Adam Sandler movie.
There you go. I hear it now.
Bobby Boucher. That girl is the devil, Bobby Boucher.
Has there ever been a time you watching the podcast and you're like, oh, I wish you would have said something about that?
All of the time.
That's good. It makes the podcast
Like, I
feel
feel like
engaging.
a lot of the time I'm like, oh, I wish I could have been like a part of that conversation.
That's good. It means we're doing our job, babe.
Yeah. We just fist bumped for everybody who's listening.
Anybody listening to the audio, like we just fist bumped. Come on, babe. You had 8 jobs. So
I don't understand what just happened.
I just had to re-record the camera.
Sometimes the camera stops recording.
Oh, I know that. That really bothers me when that happens.
Yeah, because I'd be so into looking at it and it goes bloop.
It's funny. Could you ever listen to this podcast just audio?
I used to, yeah.
Okay.
Like when I would be at work listening to it, I would just like prop my phone up and like keep doing stuff.
That's nice. Because I'd be thinking like, there's like some podcasts I've watched just video versions of it. And now I'm like trying to listen to it in the car. It's like, it's not the same.
Not the same. I could see that.
That like that. You know,
don't like that I finished your sentence?
That's the finishing I'll be talking about. It's like, you might as well just let me go. I'm there.
Well, sometimes people are doing it to agree, just like when you do it.
I do it. I not justifying it, but I do it to guess what you're about to say.
Oh, yeah. That's just hard-headed.
It's not hard-headed. I'm saying everything's hard-headed.
What does that mean,
hard-headed?
hard-headed?
It just means that well, in my definition, it means that your head is hard and you don't want to listen to anybody else but yourself in your own head.
Have you heard the term before?
I've heard the term, but like I've never used it because I don't understand what it means.
Has it never been used on you?
Am I hard-headed? No.
I hear that. I used to hear it all the time. But if I actually leave at a time and you don't do it, that just makes you hard-headed.
That just makes you have like autonomy and decide not to leave.
You know, it's funny because there's sometimes you'll say things like that, and it's literally what the word is, but you're just like, that's just this actual word that it's in the dictionary.
Like breast milk is in lactose or whatever.
It's like, well, that's just communicatitious. It's like, that's exactly what that is. And don't need a scientific word for it.
This is funny. Every time y'all get together, y'all analyzing each other.
Am I analyzing you?
You're not me. I don't think you're doing it to me. I think
No.
you do that to converse. You probably analyze conversations.
I analyze a lot of things after.
That's no fun. It's fun to do it during the time, especially when you like people's mannerisms. Like I love looking at people like my boss. She'll say the same thing over and over again. I'm like, are you conscious of you saying that?
How old is she?
50.
I think old people do that.
Well, I wouldn't consider her old.
You don't want to call her old because his mom's that age.
Yeah, my mom is 56. So watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
I said okay.
Watch your mouth.
I just said okay.
Yeah, but yeah, you analyze stuff like that, but it's like it makes you. It's I guess you do it for your understanding. You'd be like, I don't know what that means, and then I'll say something like it, and you're like, oh, it's like waka waka wong.
I hate it when people try and like mock my voice because they always do like the most craziest sounding thing. And I'm like, do I really sound that outrageous? Like,
No.
Okay, so this would be a good time. Have you ever heard yourself recorded?
no.
This will be a good time.
I don't
to hear
think
it.
I want to.
You might
It does get
like this
annoying at
podcast,
first, but-
and you'd be like, I can't.
Do I really sound that nasally?
Yeah, it's nasal
Okay.
with a.
It's not that nasally,
No.
but it has it at the end when you speak.
It's like when you're trying to explain something. It's like Elijah. He has his tone where it's like, oh, this is Professor Eli trying to educate you on something.
Sure do.
It's like a whole different tone.
Put his hat on.
It's like, well, back in 19. It's like, oh gosh, stop, bro. I didn't need to. It's not. It's a whole
He's like-
tone.
and then he'd be But it's arrogant. Do you not understand
Like-
that it was like,
not
God damn it.
First, let's take a shot at your education. Let's make sure
Yep.
you just never knew that. Okay, this is common knowledge, but no. I'm not saying that it's. It's like, oh Lord, I don't need you to explain nothing to me. But you do
funny.
have a tone. You have a.
I think it's funny because I don't think he talks to me like that. So it's funny.
That's hilarious.
Well, I feel like there's not a lot of things you talk to him about. There's not a lot of things y'all talk about that you don't know. So that's probably why.
I think he's just a yes
There's a lot
man
of
when he's
things I
around
talk
you, though,
about to him that I don't know.
to be honest,
Don't say that.
I feel like he's just a
Don't
yes
say
man.
that. Don't say that.
He's being a boyfriend. It's good. He's playing his role.
That's not even true.
That's it.
No, it's not.
He's being a boyfriend. He's being a boyfriend. Yes.
What does that mean?
It's mean. Don't push it. That's
Choose your battles.
Choose your battles. Basically. So yeah, choose your battles.
What is that noise?
It's the doorbell. Somebody's at the door.
Oh, I feel like this should be a show where like somebody's coming out. Somebody's at the door.
Hey, honestly, I would love to do that when I actually got a good set. Let there be a doorbell. Oh, somebody's coming in. What's up? We have our another guest today.
Yeah.
But then I'd be a talk show.
Really?
It's like a late night show. Like a late night show.
Okay. Well.
That was fun though. You have any mannerisms that you're not aware of, babe?
I know my nose flares when I'm upset. Like really bad.
You asked her if she has any mannerisms that she's not aware of. So how can she answer that?
You have any mannerisms that you wasn't aware of and now it's brought to your attention?
What'd you say? You said
Like things that people
no.
plan.
I'm trying to recall what you said to me.
Oh.
You said I'm a bully.
Did I say you was a bully?
That's basically what you said.
See, basically,
That's her
different than what I
interpretation of
said.
what you said.
'Cause I was like, did I say you're a bully? When was this?
When you made me cry in the car.
Oh,
Oh
Lord.
my God. What happened?
Now, see, you made it seem like I just was like hitting on you about something.
That was the first time I cried around him. I was like, for real? And I choose this time?
You
Damn.
cried?
Yeah.
It was a very cute cry, though. It was like one of those.
Was it
'Cause it was
recent?
Yeah. I was like,
That was the
last month?
first time you cried around him recently?
No, like ever.
Yeah.
And it
ever.
was recent.
Right. What part are you not getting?
She's trying to get the times frame.
I'm just not understanding that that's the first time you cried. Do you just not cry a lot?
Oh.
I cry a lot. I cry
make her
for
happy.
everything.
I make her happy all the time. That's why.
She can be happy with
No.
you and things that you're doing, but
Never.
still be sad about other things.
She could be sad about whatever, but when she's around me, she's happy as all get out. She forgets about everything
Sometimes
else.
I cry when I'm happy.
Sometimes, and that's
Like laugh so hard
exactly.
you cry.
Yeah, no, I've never done that.
Right.
You have to do that.
I got you.
I be wanting to, but then I
have
don't
to
want him
do
to be
that.
all like, "What happened?" and get on that inner feeling stuff because I don't like to express my feelings all the time. So yeah, that's what happens. But it was when you said that I take things in. You said something about a bullet.
I think was that the thing I said about you do things like your mom does?
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
You want me to really explain this?
Yeah,
I'm just playing.
can't say
Okay.
it.
She has a thing with her mother that certain things her mom says and how she says it. It's I don't want to go as far as say it's a family thing. I keep saying it, but I don't really feel like it's a definite thing. But it seems like they pick at what you're excited about, and they kind of try to dilute it down. It's kind of like, oh, I'm going to here, and they're like, what you want to go there for?
Okay.
And you're like, it's no encouragement for
Right.
it, or when you're just doing anything, there's a comment behind it.
That's
And then it's hurtful, and I know that's when she hates it when her mom does it. But there was kind of like a lot of times she'll be doing it to me, and I'm just like,
Okay.
why are you? And
you brought it up.
yeah, I
and
brought
I
it
didn't
up,
know I was doing it.
but yeah,
But now you know. So
And
you
I'm trying to
cannot
work
do
on
it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Trying to work on it.
right. And it goes back to me saying about I try to treat people like
Yeah.
I want to be treated, but then when someone treats me the same way, I was like, I know you'd be mad if I did that.
That makes sense.
So that's why we bring it up. That was a good talk, babe.
That was or this was?
That was a good talk.
Yeah, it was. It was nice. You want to take us home now?
Really?
End us on a good note?
Has it been that long?
Not really. It's been like 40 minutes, maybe 30 minutes.
I think that's 50. Well, we did start like 10 minutes late.
It's whatever. You gotta go. You gotta shoot to get to. Just nod your head. Okay.
Just play with it.
That you shouldn't have said that.
I thought about it after I said it. Sorry.
I was doing so good.
If you like this video, I hope you enjoy this
terrible.
for our special guest. You got anything to say to your
No.
future self? If you like this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.